Let's talk about Anna Kendrick and her covert partner. It was recently disclosed that Anna Kendrick is seeing someone named Alex Edelman, and it appears that she is making every effort to keep this connection as discreet as possible. Now, I must admit that I adore Anna Kendrick. I find her to be humorous, clever, and lovely. She also coped with Blake Lively, which is, I must say, quite a survival skill. Although I've never heard of Alex Edelman, he seems to be a comedian who does a variety of stand-up routines. I mean, there are a ton of comics these days. I'm not sure how to stay awake. Last night, I attended a comedy event at the Improv Hollywood, and there were people there. The competition is therefore fierce. Although Anna and Alex won't be making any public appearances anytime soon, they are reportedly becoming serious about one another after meeting his mother, which is a significant step for her. Although they are attempting to keep their relationship extremely covert, they have reportedly been dating for months. According to a source, the two Alex's birthdays are. It appears that they have been together ever since. Additionally, I want you all to remember March. Their connection does not appear to be casual, according to the insider. Additionally, it appears that they are attempting to avoid the limelight by dining at low-key establishments that are not your usual hangouts for celebrities. However, Anna Kendrick is someone I would instantly identify if I saw her anywhere. I have a blind for you guys that came out a few months ago regarding these two, but this is the Let's Get Into a podcast. We are aware that they have been dating. As I said before, reports claim that these two have been dating since March. However, I thought it was intriguing that Jessica Alba and Alex were connected back in March, namely on March 2nd. Together, they were leaving the 2025 Vanity Fair Oscar celebration. Furthermore, they weren't simply heading out together. In fact, she was wearing his jacket. It appears lovely, but he allegedly said that she needed it because she was chilly. Jessica just filed for divorce from Cash Warren, her spouse of 16 years. Additionally, Alex is well known for his solo project, Just For Us. He even received a special Tony Award in recognition of his achievements. He's establishing himself in comedy and Broadway, you know. I should watch more Broadway, but I don't. Jessica Alba is very stunning. The wind would appear awful even if it were blowing against her, as it would for anyone else in this circumstance, attempting to give this garment up. Take a peek at her. She looks fantastic. However, it reminds me of that blind object. I mean, I don't believe Anna Kendrick would want another split if Alex were to leave her. From 2009 until 2013, Anna dated Edgar White before her relationship with Alex. They allegedly split up for reasons such as distance. She resided in Los Angeles, he in London, as well as the difficulties of navigating the media and paparazzi. She likely wants to keep things private for that reason as well. Then, everyone is aware of her connection to Ben Richardson. There aren't many of us, which required her to attend treatment. I am thus relieved that he is no longer involved. We went into detail on my main channel about all the reasons she says he was abusive. Therefore, you should certainly go watch it if you haven't already. She was then connected to Bill Hader. They appear to have dated for almost 2 years before splitting up in 2022. After appearing together in the 2019 Disney movie Noelle, Anna and Bill genuinely began dating, and they have been together for some time. For over a year, they kept their romance quiet. Bill and Anna split up because he wanted to concentrate on his career and his children, a source told Doi. In order to protect his children, Bill had previously said that he wanted to keep their connection discreet. All he wants is to be their father. Thus, I believe that he didn't like how public his connection with Anna Kendrick was. In any case, Alex appears to be a good man. I attempted to research him on the internet. I couldn't discover anything there, but it turns out that his brother AJ is some Olympian, and it seems like they could have had a small argument. He appears to be out of my sight, you know. Well done, Anna. I hope he stays with you. It's important. To keep an eye out for Jessica Alba when they suggest to keep an eye out for Selena. Let's talk about Lizzo. Even though I believed Lizzo was fired for making her dancer eat a banana out of a woman's genitalia, I've been seeing her more and more lately. However, Lizzo has returned and is talking candidly about the shocking lawsuit that was brought against her, which caused her to go into a deep melancholy. Lizzo has shed a significant amount of weight. Therefore, she's doing an interview with Women's Health. She once asked, "Do you ever get tired of living?" Before disclosing that she was in such excruciating agony that she considered, "I could die." She says the hostility became so intense and loud that she began to question why she was here in the first place, if everyone believed she was a terrible person. She now claims that Beyoncé's Renaissance tour was the catalyst for her recovery from this depression. "I had no idea that was a depression remedy." She says she stepped out into the audience expecting to be jeered away, but instead she was applauded, which restored her passion. Recall that Lizzo was sued by 3 separate dancers as well as her former stylist, who said that she was subjected to abusive 20-hour stints that left her exhausted. Here is a news clip to remind you all of the ladies who are suing Lizzo.
Held up her fist like this to me. She started cracking her knuckles, and she was like, "You're so effing lucky that basically I'm not gonna hit you."
Now Lizzo received some positive news back in December. Her touring firm is still in deep water due to severe claims, but the court must have loved her since they dismissed her from the complaint. They will thus need to provide an explanation for why they were put through so much labor. Why were they brought to these incredibly unsuitable settings? Furthermore, it doesn't exactly fit with Lizzo's image since she was accused of weight-shaming her own dancers. Let's talk about Justin Baldoni and Blake Lively. Blake Lively will not tolerate this lawsuit. Additionally, she appears to have subpoenaed individuals such as Candace Owens and Perez Hilton, alleging that they collaborated with Justin Baldon. Now, if these artists were discovered speaking with Justin Baldon's attorney or his staff, it might be disastrous. For my part, nobody has ever been in touch with me. According to a source with first-hand knowledge, Auntie Signer, Candace Owens, and Press Hilton have all been subpoenaed to produce all correspondence with Justin Baldon and the Wayfair parties. These subpoenas could be related to the judge's decision from earlier this month, which gave Blake the opportunity to conduct discovery and learn all the possible ways that Justin Baldini could have developed the campaign that she is so certain is underway. Andy, Candace, and Perez have now discussed the case on their platforms. They may get into it a bit too much with direct sources who are contacting them, but I don't believe it's all that different from what I've done on my channels. However, once more, if these designers were discovered doing this, it would be really terrible news for them, since it indicates intent to slander, which may get them in hot water. Even if Blake Lively doesn't actually need the money, they might have to go give it to him.
Candace Owens finally got served this morning by Blake Lively and her team, and this is what she has to say about it. Listen up.
What I think they're doing here is I called them like, this is weird. Obviously, she knows for a fact that we are not going to allow her to have access to every text message and email pertaining to her and Ryan Reynolds and Wayfarer Studios, because she watched me live say, now that I'm interested in this story, which my interest began on January 25th, now that I'm interested, I am opening up a tips line. And I am saying to all the mommy slews and the daddy slews and anybody that's known Ryan or anybody that has an inside scoop to email me so that I have, something to share with the public about them. And sure enough, what happened? Everyone and their mamas and their teachers. We got Ryan Reynolds teachers that messaged me and said, here's a tidbit from who he was when he was in school growing up, blah, blah, blah. And we shared that information. So she's literally subpoenaing, just to be very clear, she wants, I'm going to put it at 10,000 emails that we have received since we opened up this tip line. I went through it. I mean, I was like, this would be insane for you to ask me for this information. She's coming from the mommy sleuth. She's like, I want to know every Barbara and Sandy and Megan and every person that emailed you.
Now, when it comes to Andy Segura, he actually revealed that he had an exclusive statement from Brian Friedman, who is Justin Baldwin's lawyer. So again, that is like a connection right there that probably wouldn't look good in court. Thank you for watching this clip from the Let's Get Into It podcast. To view the full episode, visit the link listed below.